My name is Duddy, it's Little Builds and Stuff. We've got a brand new Pantheon this week. Rulk decided to make an appearance for us, and I've got a build today. It's Arcbane this week as well, so I've got an Arc build for you today for Hunters, featuring Stareater skills. We are also going to be featuring weapons with explosive light, things like Hothead, other options as well. The build is going to be based around attrition orbs, seeing as Stareater skills requires orbs, and I'm going to show you how to get infinite orbs, really fast charges on your super, and infinite explosive lights. So, Stareater skills. Feast of Light, you gain additional super energy from orbs of power you'll pick up while your super energy is full. Picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causing you to gain a burst of healing when cast and bonus to your super damage. At a maximum overcharge, you also gain an overshield. So orbs of power give you like 2% super energy. Casting your super gives you a maximum of 70% damage increase if you've got all 4 stacks. So attrition orbs, obviously this perk is one of my favourites. I've done loads of videos on it. Dealing sustained damage creates an orb of power. So all you got to do, just run around. Like I said, there's plenty of options with it. I really enjoy Midnight Coup, and Dead Kindness can also run attrition orbs. And you're just going to keep spamming out orbs religiously, just all the time really, just as long as you keep doing it naturally. You're just going to keep spamming out orbs. Now the best thing about attrition orbs, in my opinion, is it also stacks with other options in the game, other ways to create mods. So if you think of things like Reaper, Harmonic Siphon, Firepower, all these create orbs of power, but it also stacks with attrition orbs as well. So these is just literally orbs galore with mods like these and running attrition orbs at the same time. Also, we've got Spark of Amplitude going on. Rapidly defeating targets where you're amplified creates orbs of power. So you're a literal orb printer with this build, which is also great for your teammates. 2 aspects: flow state, defeating jolty target makes you amplified. While you're amplified, your dodge recharges more quickly, you are more resilient when dodging, and your reload speed is greatly increased. The reload speed on this is excellent for DPS situations and in general. The other aspect I like to run is lethal current. After dodging, your next melee attack has increased lunge range, jolts the target and creates a damaging aftershock. Damaging any jolted target also blinds them with your melee. So this little clip here is just basically everything I've just said, all working together. All your harmonic siphons, your firepower mods, creating orbs while you're amplified, your attrition orbs, all sort of working together, and you can just literally just print out orbs for you and your teammates. Obviously creating orbs is excellent for your Stareaters, but again it's also really good for your teammates as well. Give them their supers quicker, and even charging the armor charge for them. Shoot to loot is just an option. I don't say you need to run this, but it's just an option. You can also pick up orbs by shooting the orbs with shoot to loot weapons. For certain DPS situations, you may not want to have to run out and collect the orbs. Shoot to loot is just something to consider. I use it occasionally in certain DPS situations. So just being able to get amplified all the time with the Spark of Amplitude, creating all of these orbs of power, just really sort of the basis of the build. You want to be creating loads of orbs for you and your teammates and for your Stareater skills. So creating orbs, overcharging your super. We may as well use a weapon that also overcharges. Something like Crux Determination with explosive light. Picking up an orb of power increases the next projectile's blast radius and damage. Hothead, I think we've got a few other options you could stick in there as well. But basically, you're going to overcharge your super. You'll see that I got the Feast of Light ×4 with the infinite amount of orbs you can create. And you're also going to overcharge your rocket launchers with explosive light. And that's pretty much your gameplay. Get loads of orbs, use your super, that's overcharged, and get your rocket launcher fired in there. And things just die almost instantaneously in certain situations. It does put out a crap ton of damage. And I used this last night in Pantheon, and it was really solid indeed. It wasn't actually the best for Golgoroth, but I just wanted to show you sort of clips. I found Golgoroth it wasn't really the best thing for, but I was doing the gears and that enabled me to go down there in the pool, at least throw my super to help my teammates out with a bit of DPS, get back up and snipe that for the next one. Caretaker is a really decent one to use it on as well, and again, don't forget your Pantheon, it is Arcbane, so just getting the 2 overcharged things going on. You got your overcharged super and your overcharged rocket launcher with explosive light. You can really do some absolutely massive damage. And the thing that I like about the Gathering Storm super on the hunter, it does damage over time. So you're always doing damage over time. So your gathering storm will do a big massive blast of damage, and then it'll stay there for a period of time, and that enables you then to things like Wither Horde, explosive like rocket launchers, like I've said, to keep pumping that damage out, and it's absolutely massive. Pulse grenade is another one I like to run personally. I just found it the best grenade. It does plenty of damage even on a hunter. Really nice little grenade to stick in there as well, so you can have 3 different sources of damage going on at the same time. I've got a few more clips of this working against Oryx and Rulk, but Spark of Resistance is just a fragment I think you should consider. While surrounded by combatants, you have more resistance to incoming damage. This is a really good fragment to run. And then Spark of Shock, your arc grenades jolt targets, which is just great for add clearance, extra damage, and it will make it amplified. Spark of Magnitude, your lingering arc grenades. Pulse grenade and storm grenade have an extended duration. Spark of Amplitude, which we've touched on, create orbs of power while you are amplified. And then Font of Wisdom is just a mod I like to run to boost my super out even more. You gain a bonus to intellect when you've got an orb of power. So yeah, I'll finish it off with a few more clips, and again, just sort of touch on that Gathering Storm just a little bit. It does feel really nice because it will do a direct damage straight away, and then it'll just stay there for about 5 or 6 seconds, maybe even longer, just doing damage, and that enables you to switch to things like Explosive Light. Whisper I'm using in this clip. But you've also got things like Thunderlord, which we used on Rulk, and we found it pretty good. I know it's a bit of a meme at the moment, but Thunderlord did actually do some really nice damage. And again, you can see there, just planting that super on him, and it will do damage over time. So that's pretty much the video wrapped up, heavily based on attrition orbs, explosive light. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave an infographic that my friend made, Mr. Slayer God, for the build, and I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. So please let me know what you think of this build. What builds have you been running in Pantheon if you've tried it? So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week.